Hey guys, CoffinSkate here with a Kingdom Hearts video game collection. Now, this is just the video games, not any other Kingdom Hearts stuff I have. Not like any of the yo-yos or anything. I might show my Kingdom Hearts 2 strategy guide later, but yeah. So this is what I currently have for the collection, and it's near complete with North American stuff or North American games. Really, I'm just missing like some special editions. So, and like both of the limited edition, there was a Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep PSP bundle they came out with that had a silver PSP, and then there's the obvious one, the Kingdom Hearts 3 PS4 Pro. So, yeah, this is what I currently have, and yeah, I wanted to do this last year because as of recording this now, January 1st of 2023. But I wanted to do this last year because last year was the 20th anniversary of the Kingdom Hearts series. So I'm just now realizing I forgot to turn off my fan. I know someone was commenting about my fan being too distracting, but anyways, yeah. So I wanted to do this last year because last year was the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts, and it just never got around to it. I was just busy with work and all that shit. So, yeah. So this is my collection, and yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you guys have in your collection, or maybe like yeah, maybe do a video showing your Kingdom Hearts collection. So, yeah. So. Have it sorted by like platforms. So we're gonna start off with PlayStation 2, starting off the game that started it all, the original Kingdom Hearts, which came out in 2002, if I remember correctly, in North America. And I also have a Greatest Hits copy. This one is my original copy, then this one I got many years later. So the original Kingdom Hearts, the game that when this game was coming out, people were doubting it, specifically like Final Fantasy fans and whatnot. People were thinking, oh, Square and Final Fantasy, or no, Square and Disney, there's no way in hell that'll work. And if time hasn't really shown, if it ain't obvious, this blew up quite a lot. If the amount of games that have come out since the original doesn't really say anything, that I don't know what will. So, but yeah, this was the original game that came out in 2002. Had this really nice shiny cover as well. You know, it was Disney and Squaresoft, and for those of you who don't know, I don't remember what positions these two people had in the company, but like two people, like initially Squaresoft at the time, and Disney worked in the same company or same building, and two people from, or one person from each company ended up in the same elevator ride, and that's how, if it wasn't for that, Kingdom Hearts wouldn't be a thing. So, fun fact, similar situation happened with how Sora came to be in Smash Brothers. To briefly summarize, Masahiro Sakurai met a Disney rep and mentioned Sora being in Smash Brothers to him, and said Disney rep thought that it was a great idea. So, it was like at some award show or something. So, yeah, so the original Kingdom Hearts, yeah, it was, you know, a fun little action RPG with platforming elements, and I don't remember the whole specifics on like I don't remember the whole specifics on like development of this game and whatnot, but yeah, so it was just, you know, about Sora finding his friends, going to familiar Disney worlds and killing darkness with a giant key. You know, what more could you ask for? It was a fun action RPG for the time, and you know, this was a great game, you know, for the time, and I would say dated by today's standards, but a fantastic game. Even honestly, even by today's standards, it's still a really fun game. And you know, this game also had the combat system was very real time, and those of you who know Kingdom Hearts now, you know, it have like the command system in the bottom left, you know, you had your attack, magic, items, and summon commands. If you go by the more recent releases, in the original didn't have reaction commands, if you can believe that. So said you have attack, magic, and items. Summons was under the magic command at the very bottom, and then your bottom command would be for like special special abilities and interacting with items and talking to NPCs. So yeah, really great game for the time. Data controls though, this game didn't have cutscene skip at the time, and yeah, at least if I remember, it didn't have cutscene skip. I've heard that after you watch the cutscene once, you can skip the cutscene, but I could be wrong on that. So, um, yeah, the original Kingdom Hearts. Believe it or not, I never finished this version of the game. The first time I finished Kingdom Hearts 1 was on the HD collection on the PS3, but we'll get into that later. So, yeah, there's the original Kingdom Hearts. Alright, and then after Kingdom Hearts 1 came out, was Chain of Memories, but we won't be getting to that till later. So for now, we're talking about my favorite entry and what is, I'd probably say, still my favorite game of all time, Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, this is not my original copy. My original copy was all beat up and whatnot. I don't have it anymore, but yeah. So Kingdom Hearts 2. So this game was a huge improvement from the original. The original, for one, in terms of like exploring the Disney worlds and whatnot, had like more boxy sort of rooms and whatnot, specifically in towards in like the beginning of the game. But this game had like more detailed environments, and I shouldn't say more detailed environments, but the environments were a lot less boxy, I guess you'd say. Um, but yeah, yeah, combat was really improved. Combat in this game was a lot more fun. Um, Kind of like on the line of like a modern, like if Platinum Games made made a action RPG of this style with Disney and whatnot. So, but yeah, it had more worlds than the original. You have to visit each world twice, and kind of went more deep with the Kingdom Hearts lore. The original story was fairly basic, but once it got to Chain of Memories and then Kingdom Hearts 2, the story got really out there with how insane it got, and this was, and I'm not really, I feel like I can't really do it justice with how insane the plot can get. I will say this, the the story of Kingdom Hearts, the overall arcing lore of Kingdom Hearts is, uh, a lot of people say that it's, oh God, what's the word? Very convoluted, and I can see that. However, nowadays it is a complex story. It's not. I wouldn't say it's convoluted. It's just a lot to remember. So, yeah, and for one thing, Kingdom Hearts for the longest time was always scattered across all platforms, or like a bunch of different platforms, and now it's. I'll get to it once I get to like the collections on the PS4, but yeah, this game was just a huge improvement over the first game. The first game also had like gummy ship missions, which were like on rails, where like it was kind of like Star Fox in a way. But this kind of took them into like a more bullet hell shmup, and still kind of feeling like Star Fox, or like maybe a little bit of Panzer Dragoon in there. So, yeah, introduced more Disney worlds and whatnot. Yeah, the still considered to be the best one, and one game I do not have, obviously, because I also don't have a Japanese PS2, is the Japan exclusive Final Mix games. I do not have those. They did come out here in the U.S. much later on, but we'll get to that. But what Final Mix was, it was a re-release of Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and Birth by Sleep that added more content, including new bosses, new enemies, new weapons. It's basically kind of like a director's cut of those games, so including new story cutscenes. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2. Still my favorite in the series, and I'd probably say still my favorite game of all time, even though I'd probably say that's more of like a nostalgic thing, and more of like, it's like my childhood favorite game of all time. So yeah. And then we have Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. Now this game actually, and this is not like the best condition copy. I'm not sure if you can tell what the box art is a little fucked, but so yeah, this is a remake of the Game Boy Advance game, Chain of Memories, and this game kind of like took it and put it into like a 3D format, like 3D graphics and whatnot on the PlayStation 2. A little fun fact: this was bundled with Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix in Japan, but because it never came out here in the U.S., just got a because Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix didn't come out here in the U.S., we just got a standard standalone release. So, um, but yeah, so I'll talk more about Chain of Memories once we get to it. But in short, it was just like a card-based battle RPG. So, yeah, this was. Uh, I hear some people say Chain of Memories, the original on Game Boy Advance, is better than this. So I haven't played much of the original, so I can't really say. Um, but this game I found so frustrating to play, and it's very easy to cheese, but I found it frustrating to play. Yeah, so, but it's not like the worst game in the world. Like I would say if this wasn't a Kingdom Hearts game, like this was like its own standalone thing, awesome game. But the combat is not what I want from a Kingdom Hearts game. Honestly, I prefer more like a hack and slash, like more traditional Kingdom Hearts gameplay with your commands in the bottom left and whatnot. So just what I prefer. So the story was still pretty solid though. Okay, you know what? Since we talked about Chain of Memories, might as well talk or Rechain Memories. Might as well talk about Chain of Memories on the Game Boy Advance. So and this is like a complete copy as well. So yeah, Chain of Memories. This was a game that I don't know what the reception was or what the initial thoughts were on this game, considering it's a Game Boy Advance game. It was, coming from the original PS2 release, the original game on the PS2. I wouldn't be surprised if some people were frustrated that they had to buy another console to get the next Kingdom Hearts game. But this game played so differently compared to the original. Obviously, because it was on a Game Boy Advance or on a handheld, they couldn't really do 3D graphics, and the PSP wasn't out at the time, so they couldn't really do 3D graphics. So the best they could do was have like a card-based battle system, and it's. I don't think I could I could describe it perfectly without doing it justice. But I would say just go on YouTube and look up some gameplay of this. It had more of a card-based battle system, and it was really interesting. But again, if this wasn't a Kingdom Hearts game, I'd say it's amazing. But you know, it also says on the back that Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories delivers an entirely new adventure and sets the stage for Kingdom Hearts 2. So, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 was already, must have already been in development around this time. So, but yeah, Chain of Memories for the Game Boy Advance. In Japan, there's also a limited edition Kingdom Hearts themed Game Boy Advance SP that had like the Kingdom Hearts title in like a really stylized look. So, but yeah, Chain of Memories with a shiny box as well. So, yeah, that's Chain of Memories. Again, I've heard this version is better than the original, but I can't really say because I've not really finished it. I haven't really gotten that far into it. So, let's see here. Let's move on. Let's actually just continue on with the handheld stuff. There we go. Okay, so there were two Kingdom Hearts games that came out on the Nintendo DS, starting off with 358 over 2 days. So, at the start of Kingdom Hearts 2, those who've played it will know you played as a character named Roxas, and it's revealed that he was part of Organization 13 by the time you got to the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, you realize, oh, Roxas is Sora's nobody, and he was part of Organization 13. This game went over the events it was like a prequel to Kingdom Hearts 2 that also took place during the events of Chain of Memories, and it went over what Roxas was doing before Kingdom Hearts 2. So this was what that game was, and it was a really solid action RPG. You know, for a DS game. Granted, it didn't really run all too well, but it was a really solid game. It kind of had like a mission base to it, and it also had multiplayer as well. I don't think this is the first Kingdom Hearts game with multiplayer. I think that was actually Chain Memories had multiplayer. Um, but yeah, this had like cooperative multiplayer, so but yeah, I really enjoyed this. I never played this game in multiplayer because I didn't know anyone who had this game. I played this on a flash card though, but yeah, I didn't know anyone who had this game, so obviously didn't have anyone to play this game with. But it was a fun time, you know. I really enjoyed this. So I also had an interesting system where like with leveling up, once you leveled up, like it had this panel system with like equipping new abilities and items and whatnot. It was really weird. So um, and then this game came out in 2011, I think. Um, I should have also said Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2006 here in the US. I think Rechain came out in 2007. Yeah, 2007. Chain of Memories came out in 2003. Obviously, it was after Kingdom Hearts 1, but yeah, and then this one I think came out in 2007 or 2008. I can't remember, but yeah. So we have three three 350 over 2 days, and then we also have Kingdom Hearts Recoded, which has brought back the shiny cover. 350 over 2 days also has a slip cover, but that I do not have. So, um, but yeah, so this game took place after the events of Kingdom Hearts 2. Um, well, technically during took place. Well, actually, this game took place before the events of that. Before that little cutscene at the end after the credits of Kingdom Hearts 2. So, but yeah, this game went over stuff like that was going on in Jimmy's journal. How it was like corrupted with data and all that shit. This had like stuff like something referred to as the Datascape and whatnot. It had Data Sora in it. It's a really weird game. This is a game that I don't really blame many people for skipping, or at least watching the movie. It's on 2.5, because this game's story doesn't really add much to the overall lore of Kingdom Hearts, the overall arcing story of the Kingdom Hearts series. So don't feel bad if you just skip over this one. But you know, I will say this: despite the story being nearly useless, I should say nearly because there was stuff relating to this game in Kingdom Hearts 3. Um, uh, I will say this: despite not having finished this game, I would say I liked this more than Chain Memories because at least this game had more traditional combat system compared to Chain Memories. So, but you know, this also had. I like to describe this like the Nier of the Kingdom Hearts series because it also had elements of. Also had other gameplay styles in it. Like there was 2D side scrolling. I remember there was like a Star Fox style on rails shmup at one point. There was also like a turn-based RPG in some segments. So, but yeah, I haven't finished it, but I would like to go back and finish this at some point. So I do remember kind of enjoying the combat. Okay, going back to some PlayStation stuff, we got Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep for the PSP. This game, what made this really exciting was that it was a console quality Kingdom Hearts game on the go. You know, it had graphics similar to the PS2 entries, and you know, for a handheld Kingdom Hearts game, I don't remember if this was the first Kingdom Hearts game developed by Osaka Team, but you know, this game came out in 2010 here in the U.S. I don't remember. I don't know the Japanese release year, but maybe the same year. I don't remember, but yeah, it was. Yeah, this was a really great Kingdom Hearts game. Combat was really wonky and really. This game, instead of having the traditional attack, magic, item, and summon commands, this game opted for like, you know, a dedicated attack command for like the X button, and then your triangle button would be everything else. So like your attack commands, your magic spells, and items, and how it would work was you'd create like a deck of commands, and each and you could level up commands and whatnot. It was interesting. You'd have like at most 8 commands, and then there was like a command style system where depending on what commands you used, you would uh, into like a different into like this sort of command style they called it. Um, and yeah, you also had like this meter you charge up that once it was fully charged, you could do like a finisher and whatnot. It was very interesting. Really, uh, really not the greatest game in terms of the combat, but in my opinion, I thought this game had the more interesting story. This was like a prequel to Kingdom Hearts 1, so, but yeah, love this game. Just yeah, from a story standpoint, I should say. And also, a little fun fact. Um, so, you'll notice here, so you'll notice that the K and the S here is like really short, but here on Birth by Sleep, it's like the bottom parts are long. Someone noticed that the games with the sort of, I guess elongated would be the word. I don't know. The long K and the S are the games where you don't play as Sora. Someone pointed that out, and I can't look at those logos the same way ever again. So, all right. Next is Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix for PlayStation 3. So this I should have went over the 3DS game before this, but yeah, this was um, you know uh, the first jump for Kingdom Hearts for it to go into an HD format. So this game had the uh, Japan exclusive Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, and then as a movie, because it was a DS game before, they had Kingdom Hearts 350 over 2 days on here. So you get 3 games, 2 games, and a movie, and this allowed the games to be playable in 1080p HD with trophy support, and also when you finish one of the games, you get a special theme. So that's what made this exciting. Being able to play Kingdom Hearts, especially the Final Mix version of Kingdom Hearts 1 in a official format, and there was also like other quality of life improvements, like adding reaction commands to Kingdom Hearts 1 and making the bottom command, or the fourth command, the summon command. Also added cutscene skip and EXP 0. So, but yeah, also better controls, like better camera controls for Kingdom Hearts 1. So, but yeah, this was great as a if you were playing it casually. If you were speedrunning it, this game was a nightmare. Because of the more specifically in 2.5, but we'll get to that. Because this is on a Blu-ray, there was longer load times, and this wasn't a very stable game, especially the Japanese version. And yeah, it was not a great version of the game to play if you were speedrunning it. So, but yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 or Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix. I did Platinum Kingdom Hearts 1 off this collection, but I had a bullshit Platinum trophy, so yeah. And then, if you pre-ordered the game, you'd also get the limited edition here, which really the only difference was that it came in an art book. This little art book thing here. It also had like this little neat thing where it was, had a clear page of concept design of Sora, and then his final design in this render. So, and yeah, also a little fun fact. Oh shit! Little fun fact, if I can find it. In this picture right here, yeah, that's not that's not the Keyblade, as you can tell. For those of you who don't know, the original weapon for Sora was supposed to be a chainsaw blade. Yeah, it was like a chainsaw sword. I'm assuming it was Disney had that changed because wanted it to be kid friendly or some shit, but I don't know. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1.5, the limited edition, just came in an art book style case. Also, as a pre-order bonus, you get a dynamic theme as well. So, which this didn't have it. I bought this used for like $8. So yeah. Alright, next is Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix for the PlayStation 3. This was the game that I wanted a PlayStation 3 for, and I was able to get one in 2014 for not Christmas, my birthday. And, this has Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, again, my favorite game of all time, from my childhood. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix, which was the PSP game, and Kingdom Hearts Recoded, which was, again, because it was a DS game, is just HD cinematics. So, I would assume this was the more exciting. I would assume this is the more exciting one of the two collections because it had Kingdom Hearts 2 on it, and Kingdom Hearts 2 was the best game, or still considered the best game. And this was the reason why I wanted a PlayStation 3 at the time, because I hadn't played Kingdom Hearts 2 in a long time. Wanted to be able to play it again, so got this game actually the day after Christmas. So this was a game. This was like the main game I wanted for Christmas. Even if it was like the only game I got for Christmas, I wasn't really going to be complaining. This is the only one I wanted. And I didn't get it for Christmas, and that bummed me out. So, to sum it up, this is the original copy that my dad bought for me the day after Christmas. That my dad spent some of his fantasy football savings on to get for me, and even to this day, I still can't thank him enough. But yeah, this was so exciting to be able to play Kingdom Hearts 2 again, but in HD, and casually, this is a great compilation, but for the time, if you were speedrunning it, not so much. Longer load times than the original, even affecting like going into dry forms, because that's one thing Kingdom Hearts 2 introduced was dry forms, and yeah, so. And also there was like soft locks, or no, there was a crash with the final Xemnas fight, or no, not the final Xemnas fight, the first fight with Xemnas, and yeah, just not a stable game. But there were audio issues and shit, but that has nothing to do with speedrunning aspect. But actually, those of you who've never watched a Kingdom Hearts speedrun, watch a Kingdom Hearts 2 level run, or that Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix level 1 speedrun, and you'll be amazed at how insane speedrunners have been able to break Kingdom Hearts 2. It's amazing. But yeah, a great compilation for the time. Obviously, there's re-releases of this on PS4, Xbox One, PC, Switch if you so desire. So, and then also got the limited edition here, which I got fairly recently. You'll be seeing this in a game collection update very soon. But yeah, it comes in this box. It comes with a pin as well. So yeah, won't go too much in depth about that. So, and then this isn't the first Kingdom Hearts Collector's Edition they released here in the US, but I do also have the Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix Collector's Edition, which this is not cheap. But yeah, so this was limited to 10,000 copies. Obviously, at the time, it was 2014, there was no way in hell I was getting this as a kid, so to have this now, my younger self would be screaming with excitement. So, but yeah, I did open this up in a game collection update, but I'll open it up again. So it was with the pin you saw earlier. Put this back. You get a Heartless plush. Thank God this also had the original plastic, but yeah, it comes with the Heartless plush. Which is super adorable. It comes with a steelbook case, which this artwork, by the way, was on the back of the case for Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Plus, which is, they called it Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Plus because it included Rechain Memories. And then you also get a copy of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5. So yes, I have 3 copies of 1.5 and 2.5 on PS3. And then you also get an art book as well. So, and granted, it's not like the greatest art book. It doesn't really have like much concept art. It's just like still images and whatnot. So it's not like the greatest art book, if I'm being honest, but it's an art book nonetheless. So, oh, let me show one more thing about the art book. So, this thing, or the design here is actually a sleeve. So if we take that off, you have the render of or the artwork of Sora from the box art, or god damn it, the main menu of Kingdom Hearts 2. and then this artwork, this drawing of Sora. There you go. Done by Tetsuya Nomura. So, and the art book in here had a message from Tetsuya Nomura as well. Same with the art book for 1.5. So, but yeah. So, neat little art book, and yeah, a really neat collector's edition. So, I'm not proud with how much money I paid it for this. It wasn't like I didn't pay hundreds of thousands of. I didn't pay hundreds of dollars for it, but it was not cheap. So, but yeah, happy to have that. And yeah, also the box looks really cool as well. And it's not like in the best condition, but for how much I paid for it, I'm not complaining at all. So, just get some water here. Open this up. God damn. Water break. Okay. Alright, so before I move on to some of the current gen stuff, well, technically last gen, I do also have Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance for the 3DS, or Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. So, Kingdom Hearts in 3D had a similar command system to Birth by Sleep. I should also mention Code Veronica. That's Resident Evil. Recoded also had a similar command system. So yeah, so as a pre-order bonus, or I didn't actually pre-order this. These just came with it. Got these AR cards as well. So this game also had like a Pokemon-esque system to it, where you could collect Dream Eaters, is what they called them, and yeah. So and this is also not my original copy. My original copy I sold long ago, but yeah, Dream Drop Distance is a really fun game. Introduced the flow motion system, and which honestly in this game is fucking broken as hell. And yeah, Dream Drop Distance, great game, playable in 3D, and 3D was pretty solid. Not like the best 3D, but it was pretty solid, and also supported the Circle Pad Pro, which made the game a lot more playable. So yeah. Okay, so next is the PS4 entries. Now, starting off, let's start with one that came out first. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. Yes, that is a mouthful. So this came out in, was it January? I want to say it was January that this came out in. And this was a new compilation that they came out with, because at this point they hadn't remastered Dream Drop Distance. So instead of just re-releasing Dream Drop Distance in HD on its own, I guess they decided to release this compilation, which include HD version Dream Drop Distance, which had better controls and whatnot, played 60 FPS as well, and then had a brand new Kingdom Hearts game called Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep: A Fragmentary Passage, which was like it was a new entry in the series, but it was like a really short sort of glorified tech demo of what to expect from Kingdom Hearts 3, which was still in development at the time. Had some mechanics that we were going to see in Kingdom Hearts 3, and gave us a taste of what to expect from the engine and whatnot. So, and it was a really good, really short but really good Kingdom Hearts game. And then Kingdom Hearts Keyback Cover, which was the mobile game, which was another prequel that took place before the events of Birth by Sleep. And Kingdom Hearts Keyback Cover went over most of the events of the mobile game. So it didn't cover everything, because not all the story was covered in Kingdom Hearts Key, which I'll have to watch all the cutscenes for that when I can. I haven't gotten around to it, but yeah, Dream Drop Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. I guess I'm just getting confused with titles now, but yeah, this was also just really exciting at the time, because it was the first time we ever get to play Kingdom Hearts in a new HD engine, being able to play Kingdom Hearts on a brand new engine, new graphics, and yeah, it's wild how far we've come with Kingdom Hearts graphics. Before it was standard definition format, and now we have super detailed environments. So yeah. These are damaging the boxes or anything. Bear with me here. Alright, so next is Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, and I almost forgot. This also had a limited edition that came with a pin. That I do not have. I would like to, though. And Dream Drop Distance also had a collector's edition that came with, obviously it came with a game. It came with a few more AR cards. Came with a 3DS case. Some art cards. I think that's it. Oh, and a really nice box. That I do not have and costs quite a bit. So yeah. But anyways, this also has a limited edition that came with a pin. That's impossible to find. So I was only able to find it once, but it also came with like the 2.8 limited edition and the Kingdom Hearts 3 deluxe edition. So it was like really expensive on Mercari. But anyway, so this was a re-release of the two HD compilations on the PS3. But it was all the games playable in 1080p 60 frames per second or native 4K if you were playing on a PS4 Pro on a 4K display. And you know, what made this really exciting was it was all the Kingdom Hearts games that came out on PS2 and PSP, and they were all playable in 1080p 60 frames per second. And that was being able to play these games in 60 frames per second with lightning fast load times because of the mandatory install is amazing. You know, it's and you know, you can get this now on PC through the Epic Game Store. I'm waiting for a Steam release. Hopefully we get a Steam release. But yeah, these are now, you can get this on PC, same with 2.8. And you know, there's mods. There's a whole like randomizer mod for Kingdom Hearts 2, and yeah, so great compilation. Again, being able to play these games 1080p 60 frames per second is amazing. Yeah, I did also play this on a 4K display on my PS5. Didn't really see a huge difference, but it's probably because I haven't really played games a whole lot on a 4K display. So, but because I'm only playing them on my 1080p display here in my room, so I have a my mom has a 4K display out in the living room, but yeah, so 1.5 plus 2.5, great compilation, and yeah, also Platinum Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 off this compilation, so yeah. Also, Platinum Kingdom Hearts 2 off the 2.5 collection. Alright, now, before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, they released this compilation, which is Kingdom Hearts The Story So Far collection. This is a bundle of 1.5 plus 2.5 and 2.8. I don't remember how much this was, but yeah, included both those compilations all in one, so you could, you know, play all these games to prepare yourself for Kingdom Hearts 3. Really nice compilation they released here, and yeah, so not much to see about that. And then the big game that came out in 2019, Kingdom Hearts 3. This is the deluxe edition. I'm thinking about getting another copy of the deluxe edition here, just keep it sealed in nice condition. So, but yeah, so to open this up, so what this came with was the game itself, a steelbook case, an art book, and just like the limited editions prior, you get a Kingdom Hearts 3 pin. So yeah, this was actually the very first game I pre-ordered, believe it or not. Never pre-ordered a game prior to this, and I remember the day I pre-ordered this. I had like, you know, the day, like a day or two prior, they announced that this game was getting a deluxe edition, and I had like just gotten $100 worth of birthday money from my grandma, so I saved all that money just to pre-order this game, or just pre-order this version of the game, and you know, got this day of release. I did the unboxing video, and I streamed the first 2 hours of this game on Twitch. Can't find the VOD anymore, but streamed the first 2 hours of this game on Twitch. I should probably stream some more, but anyways, yeah, I loved this game. Honestly, I know this game gets a lot of hate. It gets quite a bit of hate, but honestly, I'm in the camp that loves this game. I thought the combat was a lot of fun. It played pretty nicely on base PS4 and runs at locked 60 FPS on PS5. Um, Gorgeous looking game as well. Um, and you know, it's this game was just fantastic. I thought the story was really interesting, even though like felt like they crammed all the story stuff towards the end of the game. Combat, like I said, was a lot of fun. Soundtrack I thought was really good. Boss fights were a lot of fun, and yeah, I love this game. And the DLC was also really enjoyable as well. So, and this game is even more enjoyable now that they have all the different like combo modifier abilities that they released before the Remind DLC came out, and just an amazing game. And I still stand by what I said in my um, top 10 favorite games of the decade video from like was it 2019 or early 2020? I don't remember, but I still stand what I said in that video. And saying this was my favorite game of 2019. This game just brought me back to playing Kingdom Hearts 2 again, made me feel like a kid again. So, absolutely love this game. So, and after Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, there was this. This is the Kingdom Hearts All-in-One package. So this comes with Story So Far collection and a copy of Kingdom Hearts 3. And I don't think the Remind DLC was out at the time. If that was out at the time and was included, that would have been amazing. But what can you do? So, but yeah, this. If you've never played any of the Kingdom Hearts games, you're looking to get into it, pick this up if you plan on playing these on consoles. So this has everything you need to get started. So, but yeah, really nice collection, and as you can tell, it's also staying sealed. One issue I have with this is that I wish it was a slide out box instead of just taking the two games and putting a slipcover over them. So, not a huge deal, but just a nitpick. All right, and then this came out. Was it 2020. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. So what this is for those of you who are familiar with the Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy games, this is basically that. It's basically Theater Rhythm Kingdom Hearts, but this adds a little bit more story. Only adds like 15 minutes worth of story, which is why I say this is not worth playing if you're not into rhythm games. But yeah, this is a rhythm game. It has 150 songs in it, and it's just a Kingdom Hearts rhythm game. It's really fun. It also had online multiplayer as well, which I never really played this game online a whole lot. But this was really fun at the time, and I definitely need to go back and platinum this. But this is a great game. Yeah, again, if you do not care about rhythm games, do not play this game. If you don't care about rhythm games, you're only interested in this for the story, don't even bother. Just skip this game. You can look up all the new story content online on YouTube. This just adds 15 minutes of new story, so just worth mentioning. So, and since we just talked about that game, here's the game on the Nintendo Switch. This is the very first Kingdom Hearts game to come out on the Switch, and it's the only game that has received a physical when it comes to Kingdom Hearts games on Switch. The other games, because 1.5 plus 2.5 and 2.8, 1.5 plus 2.5, 2.8, and Kingdom Hearts 3 all came out on the Switch. However, they were digital only, and they were one of those cloud-based games. You were only able to stream them, which is not what I want from a Kingdom Hearts game, especially with those games where it's more action-oriented. I do not want to play a more action-oriented game streaming it. So, and their reasoning as to why those games are cloud versions is to save space, because the amount of space that's on the Switch in terms of storage is laughable. Just because of the lack of storage on the Switch, which is true. You can expand it with an SD card, but yeah, the amount of storage that's available on the Switch is ridiculous. Only 32 gigabytes on the original Switch and 64 on the Switch OLED, which is what I have. Like, that's barely enough space, even for Um, like, yes, the games are smaller on the Switch, but that's barely any space. So, anyways, yeah, that's a rant for another time. But yeah, those games are digital only and cloud versions on the Switch. Really annoying. Like, I mean, for Kingdom Hearts 3 and 0.2, I could kind of see it considering those would be more graphically demanding. But for 1.5 plus 2.5, hell no, that's really inexcusable. So, but yeah, I haven't played the Switch version all too much because I mean I played this on the PS4, so I'm not really looking to play this on the Switch. But it's a competent version of the game. So if you want a locked 60 FPS though, I would suggest playing this on PS4 or because it's also available on Xbox digital only. So yeah, but the only Kingdom Hearts game to get a physical on the Switch. So yeah. All right, and lastly for the collection is Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Xbox One. It's Kingdom Hearts 3 on Xbox. Only Kingdom Hearts game to get a physical on Xbox One. The other games did come out on Xbox, but they were digital only. So, and then this will also be featured in my next game collection update. But this is Kingdom Hearts 3 Deluxe Edition. So this is a sealed copy. This will be staying sealed because if I want to look at the contents, I have an open copy on PS4. So, but yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 Deluxe Edition on Xbox. What else do I need to say? So, there you have it. So that is my Kingdom Hearts game collection. I will also show one more thing. I do also have the collector's edition guide for Kingdom Hearts 2. So I haven't gotten any collector's edition guides since I got this, or any other Kingdom Hearts guides since this, but I am planning on buying some more of these this year, so I'm buying some more Kingdom Hearts strategy guides. I do intend on getting all the, every variant of the collector's edition guide as well for Kingdom Hearts 2, so, but there you have it. That is my Kingdom Hearts video game collection, and yeah, there you have it. I'm apologize if I did not, describe these games or give these games or do these games justice with how I talked about them and whatnot. But this is my collection, and yeah, almost done with the North American releases. But yeah, needless to say, I'll maybe this year I will start going after the Japanese releases and maybe do some PAL stuff. But my goal is to have everything Kingdom Hearts, or nearly all the Kingdom Hearts games. See if I can get all the collector's editions, all the like special edition consoles and whatnot that released in Japan only. And yeah, get all the games in Japanese and get the PAL releases for all the games. So. Yeah, I should have also mentioned I did also plan on Kingdom Hearts 3. I forgot to mention that earlier. Yeah, so. There you have it. That is my Kingdom Hearts video game collection. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite Kingdom Hearts game is. Mine is Kingdom Hearts 2, without a doubt. Specifically the Final Mix version. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. I'm CoffinSkate signing off, and have a great rest of your day. And happy 20 years to the Kingdom Hearts series.